Good morning. It is Wednesday morning. It is about 6:30, I think. I left a friend's house this morning at like 5:15, and maybe it's later than 6:30. Hold on, I think it might be 7 o'clock. I was supposed to be here at 6:30, but traffic was really fun. I'm just at the flower market and we're going to go in, pick up this week's haul. We have 3 stops to make today, and then there's 2 more stops later in the week for some little special bits. But yeah, I think the first stop is Hips of Heidi, a few other things. I do have a shopping list, hold on. Stop 1, our goal is to get... Where are they? Amy and Jordan is this week. Give me 1 second, I just have to track their note down. Right. Stop 1, our goal is 10 bunches of my fave pink two-tone Heidi, 3 bunches of Amy Lou roses, which are white garden scented roses, and 3 bunches of a deep red rose that's a garden rose. And might have a quick look at some orchids, some white orchids. But yeah, see you guys soon. Top 1 was 90% successful. I picked up some white orchids that I'm going to use for this week and next week. I picked up some, now I think they're called pitcher plants. They're really cute. I thought that'd be a fun little addition. I went out stop 2. So top 2 we're looking for pink anthuriums, but they're like a green with like a burgundy outside. And we were missing the white garden roses, so we'll have to find those somewhere else or head back for a different option. There wasn't the exact roses I wanted, but they were white garden roses, so there was bunches of 50 stems. Don't quite need 50, but if I don't find something suitable, I'll loop back and grab those. So yeah, let's go into stop number 2. Hello! Hold on, can you see without moving too close? Look at these! I just got myself one of these to add to the week's haul, and it was almost good there. We didn't get quite the right colour of what I wanted, so not as many as I thought. So we have a few things to make up for at our 3rd stop, but yeah, let's get going. Okay, so that was planned stop 3, but I'm still missing some roses and some Heidi, so I'm going to go to the final kind of flower shop I go to. I'm at the front now, and see if I can fill the gaps with some, maybe some green or pink Heidi and some roses. So, have filled my gap with Heidi. And another little gap I had for some mini orchids. I'm going to do Callis instead, but I'm going to head back to the first place we went to pick up my roses because I liked theirs the best. Okay, lovely people, we have officially got everything I need for this wedding. I picked up a bucket of garden roses and they are really cute. They will do the job perfectly. They even scented. They pretty much are exactly what I wanted, and I didn't even realise that the first time I was here, and I should have just got them then, but there's no big deal because I just popped back. We're going to go home. I've got to pick up Pedro on the way from where he's been sleeping for the past couple of nights while I was in Geelong, and then yeah, we'll be home. I'm definitely stopping at the bakery that I love on the way home because I'm tired and I deserve yummy food. I'm very food orientated, if you haven't already worked out about me. Yeah, it's bad, but I do love good food and I love my spots that I go to. So we'll go there, pick up Pedro, go home, and then get stuck into processing and getting everything ready because I am freelancing for the next 2 days and the wedding's on Saturday, so I have like evenings and early mornings for the next 2 days, and that's about it. But yeah, super excited, and we've got another early morning tomorrow. I'll be driving down to pick up all my special blooms tomorrow, so my chocolate cosmos, which is the first of the, I'm very excited. I don't know anyone else has got it this season, so I'm like very excited that I might be the first. And then of course we'll also go and get, what else is coming? Lupins and some more garden roses in pinks, but they're David Austin, so they'll be scented, like heavily scented, and they are for the table, the bridal table, or the table tables, because I think they're all sitting together at this one. But yeah, it's gonna be so excited. So let's get rolling, and I'll see you guys probably at the bakery. I've got to show you guys this bakery, it's so nice. Or maybe I'll see you guys when I get Pedro, because I'm probably gonna get very excited. And if I forget to film either of those, I'll see you guys at home. Collected Pedro. He was very excited to see me. He ran out and he was like, all right, ready to go, Mom, gonna get in the car. And in he jumped. Hey, buddy. He loves sitting in my lap, but we cannot have you in my lap when I'm driving, sweetie. You cutie pie. Good morning. It is Friday morning. Yesterday was a non-event as far as my wedding went. I spent the day working on a wedding with someone else, which was really fun, and then I got home and pretty much read my book. I fell asleep. I was pretty into my book. It was by B.K. Borison. I can't remember the name, but it's the one that she's just written about the ghost of Christmas past. It's really, really good. Like, really good. Loved it. It was so much fun. Yesterday while I was out and about, I picked up some really cool blooms. I picked up these chocolate cosmos. Look at these. They actually smell like chocolate, which is so cool. I didn't even know if I did that. So they will go into some really pretty designs today. So we're going to build everything today because the wedding is tomorrow, which is going to be fun. It's not very exciting background wise where I'm building, but it's nice and cool. It's going to be a hot day, so yeah, gonna get stuck into it. So job on for today is to pick a bunch of sweet pea for the tables and the bridal bouquets. I'm aiming for pink, cream, and like the pink tipped cream. I got lots of cream and lots of pink, and maybe a little bit of the other one. So yeah, I'm gonna grab that now. starting to warm up outside, so I'm in here with the door closed. Oh, what's going on with my hair? Maybe it's this angle. Hopefully that's better. I'm just working away at making my bud vases. I use these really cute ceramics from Clay Dance, and I'm making like single variety bud vases. So I've just done a set of like all these different roses. Now I'm working with lupins. This is kind of what a finished bud vase will look like with the lupins. And once the lupins are done, I think I'll shift into maybe some smoke bush or some sweet pea. I also have lots more roses, amaranthus, Heidi, so many nice ingredients. But yeah, I've just been working away at that, and once these are done, I'll move on to the next table centers. So I'm a foam-free florist, so I have all ceramic reusable mechanics, which is really cool. And then once the table centers are done, which will be like clouds of hydrangea with special blooms in them, once that is done, I will move on to buttonholes, maybe. I might actually stop because it will get quite hot. I might stop, get everything in the fridge, do some bookwork, and then come back tonight. I've got to do buttonholes. But buttonholes, bouquets, and ceremony. Now I've got to say, the perks of having a fridge for the flowers, I don't know if you guys see it, cold drinks on hand at all times. So I've got an iced tea waiting for me this afternoon. But yeah, gonna get stuck back into it, and hopefully we get these done somewhat quickly, and then we can move on to the next thing. Heidi is so perfect. Oh my goodness. And everything will be able to go in there overnight and be fresh and cool. And I reckon I can fit this entire wedding in that fridge once it's made, which is perfect. I know that not every wedding will fit in the fridge, but if I can fit most of them, I'll be a happy, happy girl. So yeah, I'm moving on to, I've done all the bud vases. They're all behind me, so we ended up with some smoke bush, some lupins, and lots and lots of roses. And now I'm moving on to the next bit, which will be these little bowls will get, we should smell good because it just feels so nice. Hydrangea clouds, and I really want to use some of this sweet pea. Like some of the sweet pea. This is some of my last sweet pea from the garden. And I really think they look really cool with some sweet pea and maybe some of these chocolate cosmos and possibly, oh yes, hold on, I better go get them so I don't forget. I want to use these little cuties as well. I feel like it's going to be a very fun little cross intersection between like garden core and like funky sculptural. So yeah, let's get stuff into it.
The show kept it out of the news. They even...
Hello, our bride, what was I doing? These things, this is all of the, maybe if I open the fridge door it'll be easier to see them. This is all of the table centers, and then silver bud vases down here. They're all finished. So I'm just moving on to the bridal stuff, and I've got it set up, hopefully it will show you. I'm just starting on the bridesmaids. So I set them up, hello. I've set them up half finished, then I've got some special little bits to add into them, but I thought I'd show you how I do one. So I've got two options for a base, Heidi or Amaranthus. I think Heidi because it's a little bit, ooh, hiccups, a bit more bold. I'm going to use that as a base. Oh, there's one thing I've not set up yet. I'll be right back. Alright, this is what I need. I tape as I go, so I have little snips of tape ready, and that is how I hold my bouquets together so strong. So I'm just taping them down to the table. Normally I use around 3 bouquet, or a big one, sometimes it's 5. So I'm just going to start making a shape. That's really cute. And then I just take that layer, and that will just help make it easier to build. So now it will hold itself, like so. Now normally I work into a mirror, but right now you guys are my mirror. So I'm just going to build it forward, using all the little bits of amaranthus. This is what really little extra pieces are good for. And then I've got one bigger bit. How does that sit? Okay, it's pretty cute. I don't like my amaranthus to look like a skirt. Like I do want it to drape, but I also want it to look connected. So I always make sure to build it up and into the bouquet. Like that. Oh gosh, this looks very funny from this angle, but I promise this is only step 1. I also like to keep my ends trimmed throughout the process. It just makes it easier to manage. Still long, like I'm only cutting them quite long, but they're a bit more manageable. And I've got my colours. A lot of my jobs lately have really been like a where the garden meets something more modern and funky, and I'm really loving it. I think it's a really cool aesthetic to work within. Crack that tool. Right, that is looking good for layer 2. Now, I want each one to be slightly different, so the final looks like a layer. Keeping in mind these are only micro bouquets. These are not they're not going to be a giant bouquet. They're more about like unique flowers, unless I put an orchid in which case they'll become a bit more giant. So options are add in big old orchid, maybe cut down a bit. That one hasn't had its centers cut out, so I can add in an orchid. I just think the white's a bit overpowering, so I'm going to save them for something else. I can add some of these pictures. I really like how they hang. It creates a lot of interest. Like, I really like that. Wait a second. This one's nice and little. Gosh, I really feel like I need my mirror. How are we looking? It's a little bit wacky, maybe a bit too wacky. I do kind of like it though. I think all it's missing, we're missing like a fluffy garden element. So I think if we go with some sweet pea, and I want to break this Heidi apart a little bit. It's a little bit too blocky currently. Use some sweet pea for that. Good thing is I can go and pick as much sweet pea as I want. Not now, it's probably like 30, I don't know, it feels like very hot, maybe 30 degrees outside at the minute. I hope this is coming up cute on the camera. We're looking for something quite sculptural, cloud-like, and yeah, that cross, that garden cross. Hold on. Just tape that and see how it will out. Tape really just holds everything in place so I can move around. I actually think that's quite cool. I kind of want to add something to break that section off. I have some roses. What do we think? Single rose? Hold on, I'll bring it closer so you can see. It makes it very cool. I like that. And I wouldn't mind, actually, I don't really have the amaranthus for that. I got a bit excited at my amaranthus and went a bit wild. I think this is gonna do. I think this is perfect. Super fun, in the color palette. And then I'm gonna get them in some vases and pop them in the cooler as well. And each one will be slightly unique. So I've kind of got the same base in that I've got two different colors of amaranthus, which is the drapey stuff, and I've got two different colors of Heidi. And then I've got calla lilies for all of them, and that's kind of the mix. Just cut these a little bit more even. Yeah. I think that is something really, really cool. I hope she loves them. And they smell good too. The other ones I have the chocolate cosmos for. I would really like to put that in some, but I also maybe might save it for the bridal. But yeah, we'll put that in some water. Make sure all the stems are in. Straight into the cooler. Of course it's too tall. Pretty. So happy. Alright. Hi! I'm down here. I'm just working on the bridal bouquet. I hope you can see it. Hold on, maybe if it'll make it a bit more obvious. It's like super drapey, super cool. I've got a few more things for in. I want to get some of this in, some of the sweet pea, this sweet pea, and then this is my challenge at the moment. I'm trying to work out how to get in some of my favorite little droopy guys. Make sure he's not too full of water. Without them losing, I want them to be a moment. Hello! I've had to switch to my phone because I ran out of space on my camera battery. But ooh, this is definitely not going to be as cute. But look at this. Now I thought this isn't what it's meant to look like. This stuff at the front, that's what this flower is meant to look like. And I've got all this stripy stuff, but I'm not gonna lie, for today I actually kind of like it. I'm just start picking what will likely be my last sweet pea for the year, unless we have some to use while I'm away, but I doubt it because tomorrow morning I will be pulling out 90% of the plants, just to keep the ones that I want to have seed from, which is kind of sad but also kind of exciting because then I'll be able to actually pick seed and know what seed I'm getting. But yes, I'm just out here picking these, and then I've got a few other chores to do, and then I'll get started on packing and going to the wedding and all that fun stuff. I am just standing here with my favourite sweet pea. It's not really a scented sweet pea, but it's so pretty, and I'm just getting really excited at all these seed pods. I'm not going to pick any from it, even though I want to. For the rest, like, this is it for it. And I'm going to grow as many seeds as I can because lots of people really want some. So maybe I'll have a little special seed sale for this one and my other favourite one. Yeah, which might be really fun. Provided this one's easy because I know exactly where it is. But the other one tomorrow I have to try and fish out all the wrong plants. And I might be a little bit cautious about selling it because it's a little bit mixed in. I don't think the seed that I got of it was particularly correct, if that makes sense. I think it might have been a bit of other stuff mixed in. But yeah, I'm sad that the sweet peas are coming to an end because it's really like taken quite a turn out here with the hot weather. But I'm also really excited because now it's like the next stage and I get to go out and I get to, select what I want to take seed from and pull out the rest and do a bit of a clean up before I leave. So, leave for New Zealand, I mean, not forever, which is really, really exciting. I forgot that I was growing this kind of smell, I don't know, they smell like something. I forgot I was growing these snapdragons. They were kind of just random seedlings from Bunnings, but they've actually grown, like they're not long, but they're lush. So I think I'm going to put these in the ceremony because otherwise I'm probably not going to get a chance to use them. So we're going to find a little spot for these. I really love how textural, oh my god, my face, hold on. I love how textural they are, and I feel like when we tie, pretty proud. I grew this. I grew some of these. None of these really smell. I feel like the prettiest sweet peas don't actually have the highest scent. It's some of the other ones that do. Anyways, very proud of this. We're going to go get this wedding all wrapped up. I still want to remake the bridal bouquet because I'm just not happy with how it's looking. And I'm going to do some cake flowers and the buttonholes. And then we're packing and hitting the road. There is one more thing I want to go pick. I have these like meter long red burgundy roses. I don't have them, my mom has them. I think I'm going to go pill for those for the ceremony as well. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm just wiring these up. So this is the buttonhole, so that's what sits there. I'm pretty obsessed. This is the groom's one, and then for the groomsmen, I'm going to do a mix that are all white, and then I'm going to do some that are a combo. Like I've got 4 groomsmen, so I'm going to do 2 combos and 2 all whites. But yeah, wiring orchids is not tedious, but it's just, I feel like I have very manly hands with like chubby short little fingers, and wiring is not my strong suit. But I have learnt things over the years. For example, I don't need super long stem, which help a lot. I've gotten a lot better, but I'm definitely not, I don't have fingers for small work. I wish I did, actually. That is on, I was about to say that is on my Christmas wish list. I don't think I'll be able to change the size of my fingers for Christmas. Okay. So I've just put a wire through, and now I'm just wrapping it in this wrap, which like holds the wire in, and also like makes a little greenhouse for the flower. Just going to do a second layer. Make sure we've got everything covered. Voila! So that's one wired orchid, and then it will sit alongside like so, I reckon like that. But yeah, that's our buttonholes. I've got 4 more to do, and then I've got to get stuck into ribboning. I've got to ribbon these, I've got to ribbon the bouquets, and we're all so close to being ready. I've already packed the ceremony, so if I take you over there, I've already packed the ceremony. So it's in the van. This is some extra ceremony flowers, and then I've also found these as well, which will be fab. Delivered the bad bouquet, and we actually got sent up a 4-wheel drive track on the way here, so we were running late, which was very stressful, but we're all good now. I've laid the reception, and Georgia who's my helper today, is giving everything water, and I'm going to go up and finish up the ceremony and make sure the groomsmen have got their buttonholes. Yeah, it's been a big day, minus stress, but we're well on the way now to being ready to go.